Okay, final video, I promise, for today, I think. Okay, I was just like sitting in my car. I love sitting in my car. I don't know if you guys like doing it, but I do. I get like the best revelations in my car. But I was thinking like everything is a catalyst for change. Everything is a catalyst for growth and ascension. You know what I mean? It's just, how are you viewing it? You know, I've noticed, okay, have you guys heard of the term turn pain into power? What does that mean? Okay, so obviously, while we are here in this dimension, having our human experience, we're going to encounter a lot of things that are very uncomfortable. And what do I mean by uncomfortable? Painful. You know, it's just like, ow, I don't want to feel that. So I've noted that one of two things happens when somebody encounters pain or something uncomfortable. One, they either retract and they try to avoid feeling that pain ever again, and they start putting up walls and defenses and putting on this armor to guard themselves, and they live in a very, I want to say, paranoid fashion. Like, the world is out to get me. Oh my God, this person's gonna hurt me. Yeah, just paranoid, fear. And then you have a second kind of person that feels and encounters pain and discomfort, and they don't like it, but they freaking deal with it, you know? And the people who deal with it usually cast off the walls, cast off the armor, and they go straight towards that, you know, in a very fearless way, you know? And they're just like, I don't like this. This doesn't feel great, but I'm still going to push through it. How do you push through it? I've made videos on it, but basically you have to deal with it. You know, you're not gonna run away from it and hide and hope it goes away. You're gonna like, oh, okay, this is here. I don't like it. It doesn't feel great. It's even like causing me some kind of pain. But instead of being afraid of it, I'm just gonna move towards it. I'm gonna sit with it. I'm gonna feel it. I'm gonna understand it. I'm gonna accept it. I'm gonna move through it. I'm gonna continuously move through it. And that's how you turn the pain into power. It's almost like every time you move through the pain, just think of it as like fire. You know, it's like every time you walk through the pain, you walk through the fire, which is very uncomfortable and very painful. You almost become purified. It's like a rite of passage. It's almost like that's the only way you will attain the keys of ascension, you know? If you don't walk through the fire, if you don't allow it to, I want to say, burn off the, oh man, there's a word on the tip of my tongue. If you don't walk through the fire, if you don't fearlessly walk through the fire, encounter the pain, pass through the rite of passage, then you will not be able to ascend, you know? And I've noticed a lot of the people around me have and when I say a lot, I mean a lot. 85 to 90% of the people around me usually are stuck in place like this because they refuse to walk through that fire. I feel, oh yeah, it burns off the impurities. What do I mean by impurities? It burns off everything that you're not. You know, whether it be identity, ego, social programming, mental constructs that are completely outdated, You need to feel it. You need to move through it. You need to sit with it. You need to accept it. You need to purify yourself. You need to walk through the fire. You need to feel the pain. You need to be uncomfortable. You need to pass through that rite of passage in order to attain the keys towards ascension. It's as simple as that. Everything is a catalyst for change. Everything is change. The thing is, are you going to change with the change, or are you going to be stuck? And the only person that makes you stuck is you. You know, like, nobody's making you stuck. The only person that's making you stuck is you. And your refusal to change, your refusal to transmute, the refusal to ascend and accept and walk through the fire. You know what I mean? Yeah, and then these catalysts come to you in so many different forms, experiences, people, everything. Everything is a catalyst, and the catalyst is the opportunity for you to rise up. You know, rise up, stay in place, go down. You choose in every moment, you know? For me personally, so like whenever I feel afraid of something, and I don't know, I don't think many people talk about this because they just like to just talk about being afraid. Oh, I'm afraid. Okay, what are you gonna do about that? Like for me, whenever I feel afraid, I'll feel the fear and I'll do it anyway, you know? And let me tell you, when you live life in that way, not only do you find liberation and freedom to be yourself, it's also very empowering. You know, you turn that pain into power, you know, and then you realize, like, after you pass through it, you're like, whoa, I'm so glad I did this. Like, if I didn't do it, then I wouldn't have discovered like you wouldn't have discovered, I guess, a new lens in which to view life through, you know, because you'd still be viewing life through the same old lens that you always view life through, but it's almost like a fresh perspective, a fresh outlook, you know, and then it even like fuels, well, for me personally, it fuels you to continually push through pain, push through fear. In fact, I turn the fear into excitement, you know, so it's like, oh, I feel afraid, but I'm kind of excited because I know that if I go through this, life is even going to be cooler. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to be stuck in place, like, in fear, going, oh, no, I don't want to do this. I'm like, okay, I feel fear. I feel excited because I know once I push through this, I'm going to discover something new. And it's exciting, you know? Think about it. If you ate potatoes, and I keep using potatoes in an analogies, but if you were eating potatoes your whole life and you knew nothing else, but then somebody gave you like a carrot or an avocado, you'd be like, whoa, what is this? This is something new I've never discovered, and it's so amazing, you know, and then you get to add that to your list of experiences. Same thing, you know. What was I gonna say? If it's okay, so change is inevitable, and I just feel like, man, you can either go through it, empower yourself, turn pain into power, or if it does go awry, then you can be like, okay, I learned something new, now I know not to do that again. But either way, it's like you're learning a lesson, you know. Also, I've noticed that if you're going to move in a descending spiralic way into the negative, you can learn from that too, but you will basically be in speeding up the deterioration process, if that even makes sense. I don't know if I'm making sense. Anyways, I'm gonna stop because I don't even know if this video makes sense. Turn the pain into power, guys. Keep going forward, keep pushing forward despite the fear that you feel that pain. After a while, you know, it doesn't get easier, but it's easier to deal with. you know, because, like I said, you'll empower yourself, and you'll be like, anytime something comes up, you'll be like, okay, I don't like it, it doesn't feel good, I'm afraid, but I'm gonna do it anyway. You know, it's all perspective, changing and rewiring the way you operate. Anyways, blessings to one and all. Amen.